Hello, this is Mar from PlanetMars. Welcome to my channel. Time to make cupcakes! So for the first cupcake, I decided to do a simple swirl design. I decided to use pink, purple, and blue to match the bisexual pride flag. You're going to take each color and fill the piping bag. If you don't have a piping bag, you can substitute a Ziploc bag. You're going to want to make sure that the same amount of each color is in the bag. This will create a nice swirl with all the colors blending together. You're going to start from the outside and slowly work your way in while applying a lot of pressure on the bag to make sure that you have a good amount of icing out. After you do this, you can add as many sprinkles as you want. I decided to use rainbow sprinkles and some clear crystals. Though this is a simple design, it can work for a lot of colors and is always effective and visually pleasing. For my next cupcake, I decided to take the pink and blue from the trans flag and make a two-toned cupcake. So you're going to want to take a good amount of each icing and cover one side of the cupcake. You can clump this on, smooth it out, really whatever look you decide is best. You're going to want to make sure that this is an even amount of both colors. You could also decide to use a piping bag for this if you prefer neither look. Then you're going to want to take some powdered sugar and lightly put that in the middle to get the white from the flag. Over the powdered sugar, you can add clear crystals, white crystals, really whatever you decide. This will create an homage to the trans flag. I decided to use powdered sugar instead of just a white icing to create more of a rustic look, but you can decide to do whatever is best for you. For my next cupcake, I decided to create an almost cloud-like look with my white icing. For this look, you're going to want to use a spoon and clump on your white icing in order to create a fluffy cloud. You can pile this on as high as you would like. Then you're going to take your food coloring and get a toothpick for each color. With the toothpicks, you're going to gently draw a rainbow into your icing. You can make this as large or as small as you'd like. I decided to make it a little bit asymmetrical. But the larger you make this, the cleaner it'll look. And it doesn't matter if your cupcake is a little squished because, you know what, it's still a cupcake. I then decided to add some rainbow sprinkles to finish it off, because you can never have too much color in a cupcake. For the pansexual cupcake, I'm going to be using a petal tip to create 3 different flowers. So you're going to want to put a good amount of each icing into your piping bag and kind of smush it down. Then one by one, you're going to create each flower. I like to do this by kind of making a little circle in the middle and then going around that in an upright position. It doesn't have to be perfect because flowers are all different. You can kind of play with this and circle around each flower as much as you'd like so that you can get a good end result. This is just one way to create flowers with icing, but you can feel free to use your creativity. I decided to create the leaves for these flowers by cutting up a kiwi. So you're going to want to cut a slice of kiwi and then make little triangular pieces. You can kind of just stick these in wherever you'd like to create a nice background for your flowers. You could also create a similar effect with green icing, but I decided to use the kiwi because I liked how it broke up the flowers. For my non-binary cupcake, I decided to create a nice thin layer of black icing. On top of this black icing, you're going to add in purple, yellow, and white to create a galaxy look. You can do this by adding little bits of each color onto the black and then blending them in with the back of a knife. You can build up these colors as much as you'd like. Remember that the more you blend, the less contrast there will be. Once you have a nice blend of colors, you can add in your stars or crystallized sugar. This creates a unique design. For my last cupcake, I decided to create an ombre design with the asexual flag. Starting from the outside, you're going to create a thin circle of black icing. From there, you're going to add in some gray, and then very center, you're going to add in some purple. Then with the back of a knife, you're going to kind of circle around as much as you'd like to blend these colors together. You can make this as blended or as harsh as you'd like. Then I decided to take it a step further and use a doily to add in the white. By putting a doily over your cupcake, you can lightly sprinkle on powdered sugar. This adds the final color to the asexual flag. Start by doing one layer of this, and you can always add on to it later. Now you have 6 cupcakes ready for Pride. Though these only cover 6 of the identities in the LGBT community, please remember that all identities in this community are valid. The most important part of Pride is to have fun and be yourself, and that is what I did today. And I hope you do too. So go on, have some cupcakes, pet your animals, and have a good Pride Month. I will be uploading every Friday. If you'd like to see more content, please hit subscribe.